Hi everybody, my name is Spencer Tinkham and I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. I'm going to tell you all how To Kill a Mockingbird came to be. I was invited to exhibit at Virginia MoCA's exhibition Modern Makers earlier this year in 2019. I had 3 months to make 3 new works. The first 2 works were abstract. I made teardrop shorebirds out of a fence post, and then I made decked out peacock out of broken skateboards. This is the final piece that I came up with for the exhibition. I do not plan a sculpture like an architect would use a blueprint for a building. Rather, I hop from one idea to another in more of a stepping stone fashion. It's easiest for me to make decisions when I'm at a fork in the road and can study the piece in my hands. To Kill a Mockingbird is a great example of my creative process. The alligator, the mockingbird head, body, and wings are all made out of one piece of basswood that was received in a trade with an Amish man from Pennsylvania. The legs of the mockingbird are welding rods. The eyes are onyx jewelry beads from a necklace, and the tail is created out of chicken coop siding. The whole piece is painted in oils that I mix from scratch using raw pigment powders. I have never carved a reptile, and it was feeling pretty adventurous, so I decided to create a big alligator head, just as I would see them south of my home. I've always been fascinated with alligators, but I started to discover why I was drawn to them through creating this piece. I think an alligator represents the fear and crippling power that is always lurking beneath the surface. I Amazon Primed an alligator head right before Christmas to use as reference. My mom was the first to open the box, and it was quite a memorable experience. When designing my alligator, I didn't want it to look as morbid as my reference. I made a long snout, big nose, and extra large eyes. I looked at what cartoons did to alligators to see what to exaggerate. I'm a bird fanatic, so I had to stick a bird on there somewhere, right? But initially, I thought to put some kind of bird on the nose. It couldn't go on the eyes, and the nose was a great perch. I thought a shorebird would add some height, but my family quickly shot that idea down. I'm actually really glad that they did. A mockingbird was the perfect addition. They're independent, speak their mind, and stand their ground. For the mockingbird, I made a longer, more hooked beak than the real birds actually have. I also created a heavy brow. I always prefer to sacrifice anatomical accuracy if it will give the animal more personality. That said, I usually only exaggerate 2 to 3 features. To Kill a Mockingbird was the only realistic piece that I made for the Modern Makers exhibition. It was a lot of fun to work on something that was not a specific commission. I felt freedom to experiment, freedom to create without worrying about approval from anybody, and I also felt a lot of financial freedom.